Welcome to Mornings with Patty. Today I'm reading from The Language of Letting Go on Self-Love, May 16th. I woke up this morning and I had a hard time for a while, said one friend of mine. Then I realized it was because I wasn't liking myself very much. People often say, I just don't like myself, or I fucking hate myself. When will I start liking myself? And the answer is, start now. We can learn to be gentle, loving, and nurturing with ourselves. Of all the behaviors we're striving to attain, loving ourselves may be the most difficult and the most important. If we are habitually harsh and critical towards ourselves, learning to be gentle with ourselves may require dedicated effort. But what a valuable venture. By not liking ourselves, we may be perpetuating the discounting, neglect, or abuse we received in childhood from the important people in our life. We didn't like what happened then, but find ourselves copying those who mistreated us by treating ourselves poorly. We can stop the pattern. We can begin giving ourselves the loving, respectful treatment that we deserve. Instead of criticizing ourselves, we can tell ourselves we performed well enough. We can wake up in the morning and tell ourselves we deserve a good day. We can make a commitment to take good care of ourselves throughout the day. We can recognize that we're deserving of love. We can do loving things for ourselves. We can love other people and let them love us. People who truly love themselves do not become destructively self-centered. They do not abuse others. They do not stop growing and changing. People who love themselves well learn to love others well. They continually grow into healthier people, learning that their love, was appropriately placed. Today, I will love myself. If I get caught in the old pattern of not liking myself, I will find a way to get out. One of those ways to get out is through stop criticizing yourself. Louise Hay talks about that in her 10 ways to love yourself. The first one that she says is stop criticizing yourself. Many years ago, I was in a 12-step meeting and I heard this big burly guy say, I participate in my own self-abuse. And I was like, gosh, I do that too. And I recognized in that moment when he said it that I beat myself up. I beat myself up when I screw up. And where did I learn that from? I learned that from my brutal past, and it doesn't serve anything. I one time asked a friend, to talk about loving herself, and we discussed it, and she says, but I can't get anything done if I love myself. I'm like, oh my God, I can be that way too. However, being loving to yourself is the greatest gift you can give yourself. I promise you. And surround yourself with loving people, and make sure you have the people who have your back. And be loving to yourself by showing up for yourself. So when you make a promise to yourself, follow through with it. That is a wonderful way of being loving to yourself. So with that, I wish you a loving day, a loving self day. Do what makes you feel good. And not just feel good, but loving, gentle, nurturing. Replace those critical words of yourself with words that nurture, that care, that lift you up, and watch your world change. Thanks for being with me.